Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Melissa Wright. Thanks for joining us. 2 transgender women were killed in Fairmont Heights within the last 3 months. The latest on June 13th. 23-year-old Zoe Spears was shot multiple times near Eastern and 59th Avenue. Ashanti Carmen was found shot to death in March. Detectives are looking into rumors about whether Spears may have been a witness to the first incident. Councilwoman Jolene Ivey says both may have been involved in the sex industry.
I'm very concerned that 2 transgender women under very similar circumstances were killed in a relatively short period of time in Fairmont Heights. So it's hard to say exactly what happened. It seems that they were both in sex work, which is of course a very dangerous career path. And it's not unusual for people to suffer at the hands of others when they are in this kind of work. The police have been very engaged, and they made these 2 murders like top priorities for the department. So Prince George's, DC police, and also of course Fairmont Heights police have been working together really well.
If you have any information regarding these cases, you're asked to contact Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS.
President Trump orders an attack on Iran but calls it off just before it was due to happen. Trump says the U.S. was cocked and loaded to retaliate but called off the attack on 3 Iranian sites after asking his military generals about the likely number of deaths. The answer he reportedly received from a general was 150. The president indicated that such a death toll was not proportionate to the shooting down of a drone. CTV asked retired Air Force Major Dr. James Dula his take on the situation.
I like to see strength up front, but at the same time, I'm glad that war was averted at this time, because we like to have our young men and women at home if we can keep them here. But my take, honestly, is that we don't want to enter another war right now. I agree with the politicians that said, let the sanctions work and let's evaluate the situation as it is. And if we can avert war and send in young men and young women back to the war front, let's do that, okay?
Iran shot down a U.S. drone on Thursday in the Strait of Hormuz, claiming the craft was in its airspace. The U.S. says the drone was over international waters.
This Saturday will mark the 10-year anniversary of the fatal Red Line crash, the worst accident in Metro history. You may recall the accident happened during evening rush hour on June 22, 2009. One train slammed into the back of a stopped train at the Fort Taunton station in D.C. 9 people were killed and 80 people were injured. Metro's computer systems failed to stop the trains from colliding, making it the deadliest crash ever for Metro. Family and friends will honor the lives lost this Saturday at the Legacy Memorial Park.
Gun incidents are the second leading cause of death for children. To prevent these tragedies, the city of Hyattsville has declared June 21st as Asking Saves Lives Day. Keisha Butts has more.
Every day, guns claim the lives of children. Believe it or not, 3 out of 4 kids between the ages of 5 and 14 know where guns are kept in their households in the U.S. The city of Hyattsville is saying enough is enough by proclaiming today as Asking Saves Kids Day, more commonly known as ASK.
Ask Day is a campaign that was started by the Brady Center and the American Center for Pediatrics that talks to parents about asking other parents if there's an unsecured gun in the home before sending their kids there to play.
Why is the issue so important to you?
8 children are killed or injured by accidental gun deaths every single day, and that is totally preventable if we just agree to be open about whether we have guns in the home and talk to each other about keeping them stored securely, meaning keeping ammunition and guns separate and locked from kids.
Today at our Summer Jam, which is like a block party we do for residents, we'll have folks here from our Tired Parents community group who have organized a bunch around this issue, and they'll be handing out information. Meanwhile, we've been sharing information on our social media. It's a public awareness campaign.
Again, Ask Day encourages parents to ask friends or family members if they have unlocked guns in their homes before their children come over to visit. It's a way to keep guns out of the hands of children. In the city of Hyattsville, Keisha Butts, CTV News.
And to find out more information about Ask Day, go to askingsaveskids.org.
The FBI conducts a search of Metro Chairman Jack Evans' Georgetown home 1 day after he resigns from the transit agency's board of directors. Multiple officials, including Governor Larry Hogan, urged Evans to quit in the wake of allegations that he used his official connections to benefit various clients and then lied about his activities during an investigation. Evans' resignation goes into effect on June 27, which is when his term as chairman ends. Meantime, the chairman of the D.C. City Council says he's appointing a panel to investigate Evans.